Hello, my name is Dixie Home, and I am the first presenter of the Ireland for the International Management Project. So this is the map of Ireland, and along the side you can see that it is bordered by the UK, and over here you can see that it is also surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean. And on this map as well, you can tell that there are some major cities. We have Dublin, Limerick, Cork, Waterford, there's Galway. Okay, and then next we have some facts and history of Ireland. So actually a recent study shows that Ireland's population is 5.1 million people. And also we have religion. So Ireland is a multicultural society where all religions are embraced and respected, although the main religion in Ireland is Christianity, more specifically Roman Catholic. The first religious beliefs and practices, although, were the Celtic tribes, which was also known as Celtic paganism. Over here on this side, there is a chart that shows the religions of the Irish young people. So we have 70% of the Irish people are Christian, and then there's 4% have no religion, 14 are atheists, 7 are agnostic, and 4% choose another religion to practice. And next we also have the infrastructure. So Ireland's infrastructure is struggling to cope with the country's unprecedented economic growth. Traffic delays are long, and below average roads linking to major business centers around the country are a potential threat to continued expansion. Ireland has the most car-dependent transportation system in the EU, with roads carrying 86% of freight traffic and 97% of passenger traffic. Yet, still full intercity motorways are not in place, making the links between cities like Dublin and other major cities. So this is also subject to heavy traffic flow and delays. And next we also have some Irish political background. The Celts migrated from Europe to Ireland around 500 BC. In the 800s and 900s, the Vikings invaded and created Ireland's first cities, including Dublin, Waterford, Cork, Limerick, Wexford. In 1300, the Anglo-Normans came over to establish the lordship of Ireland. Next, we have some of Ireland's major industries. First, we have agriculture. Some of the most common agriculture within Ireland include crops and produce like milk, barley, beef, wheat, potatoes, pork, there's oats, poultry, mushrooms. And then next we also have the mining industry within Ireland. Ireland has a long association with mining, and records of mining date back to the Bronze Age. Although iron has worked its way from the eastern half of Ireland during the 16th and 17th century, and it wasn't until the late 19th century when the Irish metal mining industry actually boomed and flourished. And next we have the forestry industry. Forestry is an ongoing industry that is continuing to grow in Ireland. In 2020, a company called Colit planted 22 million trees, reforesting over 9,000 hectares of new forest all across Ireland. And then lastly, we have fishing. Fishing is a small industry within the country of Ireland, but it is one of its backbones to the economy. These industries account for 5% of the country's GDP and employ about 8% of the total labor force. Next, we have some context language. Ireland is known to have very low context language. Um, when the Irish communicate, it is very direct, explicit, in a precise way. They tend to rely on low context and are more on nonverbal cues when communicating with their peers and their colleagues. Okay, and then next we also have the uncertainty avoidance. Ireland ranks as one of the Western Europe's countries least concerned with uncertainty avoidance, and I got this information off of an article called Cultural Differences in Planning Success Relationships, a comparison of small enterprises in Ireland, West Germany, and East Germany. If you want to check out the article, there's a link down at the bottom. Ireland ranks as one of the Western countries least concerned with uncertainty avoidance, like I said. This means that the people in Ireland, they are more likely to be comfortable with ambiguity. They're more likely to be entrepreneurs. They're very entrepreneurial type people. They're also more likely to take risks, get out of their comfort zones. That also goes along with entrepreneur. They're more likely to start businesses within their cultural, and they are also less dependent on structural roles that society does have in place for them. Okay, and with that, I will pass it on to Haley.